From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mills.
That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On 1st and 10, Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They will run for the first time with Rex Burkhead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Mills.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Tua now on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Here's Tua. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tua throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll complete this one to Collins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Taken down at the 30.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Throwing, Mills. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
To throw, Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So consecutive picks, and each offense, you know, they drove the ball close enough to at least attempt a field goal, but on back-to-back drives, the defense has stood firm and forced an interception.
Yeah, it's a really nice battle, seeing one answer the other with a turnover to keep points off the board.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Play fake, Mills.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
A first down throw for Mills.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Mills again.
They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They go play action. Mills.
Flushed out right.
And Mills is intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
He's going to look deep for Moore. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tua now on first down.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. A good hands there defensively, and second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. Got a man here, it's Wilson.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Tua to throw again.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Here's Gaskin.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tua sets up to pass it.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They'll try to run with Gaskin.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Myles Gaskin taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. This one left side caught by Collins.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Now Mills on 4th down.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
Up the gut with Burkhead. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Throwing on 2nd down, Mills. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Mills to throw it.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now Mills.
That's complete. It's Collins. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
A beautiful fake, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Damian Pierce.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
Ready. Yellow. 22.
Running on first down with Gaskin.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard, 81 yards.
And the Texans strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle, 38 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Mills looking to throw it.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Oh, it's a wobbler here.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Tua.
Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Tua to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now Tua.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Derek Stingley picks it, and it's a big play there to secure the football. And, folks, we are headed to overtime. it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Tua now on first down. They'll roll him out right.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Got a man. It's
now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
a gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second down, Gaskin.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gaskin.
And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here, or do we take the 3 points and continue to play on? Because you know he wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it because they've got...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long from Houston.
In the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue. I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off.
NBA sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Stafford.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Returning it is Moore.
55-yard punt, 11 on the return.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
76 yards.
And the Chiefs are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll buy some time right.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney,
34 yards.
And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Stafford on 1st down.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 2nd and 9. Stafford, going for Jefferson downfield. It got his man complete. Touchdown, LA.
Van Jefferson,
65 yards.
and the Rams are back within a score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Escaping the press, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, partner, Deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. But Butker's kick here is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at half.
There he goes, right side.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it. And
that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, 29 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 15 now. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. First down, Rams.
From the gun to give to Henderson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's taken in by Henderson.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throwing again is Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Henderson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st down, Stafford here. Eluding the pressure right. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Stafford. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. And my goodness, another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The pass.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to get the... Football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He finds Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Now Stafford. And my goodness, another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here. And now here is another interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Stafford escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Stafford. goodness, another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter.